Yeah, I kind of identified with Hasan Minhaj when he was discussing how his name was like butchered through his school years, probably still now, because my last name gets butchered constantly. What do you mean it's not common? Have you know it's really common? It does not have every constant in the. You know what? Just roll the intro. Roll the intro. Welcome to another Netflix review with your host B Shack, aka Damn. And today we're doing Hasan Minhaj's newest stand-up, Homecoming King, which is released and available now on Netflix. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Hasan Minhaj, he is a correspondent on Comedy Central's Daily Show. He's been there since Jon Stewart was there, and now he's still there on occasion. Now that Trevor Noah is the lead anchor for, I guess would you call Trevor Noah the lead anchor? I guess he would be, kinda. Now I know it's May, but I'm willing to say that this is one of my favorite stand-ups of the year because Hasan Minhaj's ability to evoke emotion with humor into his stand-up routine is amazing to watch. One of the first times I actually saw him do this ability was when he was discussing the first version of the Muslim ban that happened in the first few days of Trump. And when he was discussing his mother's fear of her unable to get back into the States, and you could hear his voice crack when he was discussing this fear he shared with his mother. And when he hit the punchline of "I need my mother back," but he had this crack in his voice that almost broke you down. But then the punchline came, "Because she owes me money." And I was like, yo, that's a skill that I've not seen too many comedians be able to actually attain, where they can be humanized and hurt, but still deliver the punchline where your body and your mind is confused, like, 'cause you're emotionally tied to it. But then the punchline comes and it's laughed because you know he doesn't really mean it, but in a way, it's a way of alleviating the hurt. And I think that that was like the first time I saw him do that, and I was like, yo, this is special. Fast forward, I forget, just recently he hosted the correspondence dinner, which Trump did not attend, but I won't get on politics. And he was hilarious in that. And there was a few times where he was discussing policies and the importance of news and their role currently, especially in this current administration, to be forthcoming and to basically put all the president's things to task and everything that he says and hold him responsible for what he says. And it was points in that where his voice was cracking, but he still delivered the punchline afterwards, and it was amazing to watch. It was one of I mean, there's so many legends that have done the correspondence dinner. It's hard to say it's like he's one of them, but I really did enjoy his spin on how to do the correspondence dinner. Now to the current stand-up Homecoming King, he was able to do the same thing, give these wonderful stories of his youth and childhood growing up as a Muslim immigrant from India, with his father and his mother still trying to work on her visa to be able to live in America, but only be able to visit. It was great because you could see the emotion in every story he told, from his father's inability to understand that a birthday is important to a young child, to being victim of hate crimes in his neighborhood as he grew up as one of the first brown skinned children in his neighborhood, or brown skinned families. It was hard, yet it was funny because it was in the same sense. Like I said, he has this ability to show this emotion of how it affected him, but let it still work as joke and humor. And that's, like I said, it's a wonderful skill to have, and I don't know too many comedians that can do that. I can't even name a comedian who I've seen who has allowed himself to be emotionally vulnerable to a point where it sounds like his voice is cracking and still deliver a punchline. And I think that that is a skill that Hasan Minhaj owns himself. The one story that sticks out will be the story that everyone will discuss from the actual stand-up, which will be the prom story of his first crush, subsequently his first heartbreak, his first dealings with what I like to call new style racism. There, everybody has this idea of racism being this retro version of N words and hate crimes, when a lot of new style racism is just microaggressions and not wanting your kid to be hurt by the the theory of other people's hatred, and that still itself is racism too. It's not protecting them. It's kind of just hurting them, and I think that it also hurts the person that you're limiting their contact with. And I think that that was one of the best storylines he's told, and I think that it'll be one of the standout things from his stand up that people will be discussing. I don't want to give away the punchline, but please, if you get a chance to watch that, comment down below. Did you enjoy it? Did you laugh? I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was touching. I will suggest, if you do watch this and if you have not watched Neil Brennan's Three Mics on Netflix, I've never done a review for it because it came out a while ago and I just started doing this. But if you have and you did enjoy Hasan Minhaj's Homecoming King, please watch Neil Brennan's Three Mics. It is an excellent stand-up. It is brilliant. It's original. Neil Brennan is one of the co-writers and co-creators of Dave Chappelle's show. He's one of Dave Chappelle's closest friends. You can see the humor. He's brilliant, and I feel like that also a short suggestion. Please watch that as well. Also, what jokes stood out to you? I personally thought the prom story would be the standout from it, but I would love to hear any other jokes that you thought stood out. I don't want to give away too much information because, people should, you want to go into any kind of jokes and hear the jokes and laugh yourself. So I just thought I wanted to give a short review of it and tell you how much I loved it and how creative it was to me, especially with his ability to evoke emotion into a storytelling and still deliver a punchline without letting it break him. And as always, if you enjoyed this review, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. I'm just here to have the vibe with you guys. And as always, you can always connect with me on any of my social media platforms. That's DAMNlookatHIM Twitter, where I kind of discuss current events, funny things, funny stories, anecdotes. DAMNlookatHIM IG, where I kind of take pictures of stuff, my photography bug. DAMNlookatHIM Snapchat, where I just kind of just look lost in the camera a lot. I don't do like the lip singing thing. I don't use really filters a lot, but I use it a few times. I think I'm funny sometimes. So follow me on there. Also, you can follow me on my Facebook page, which is DAMNlookatHIM TV. Always here to vibe out with you guys and connect. As always, be kind to one another and be easy. Peace. Happy Netflix.